Maybe that's just the tactic. Just don't go for like the weapon baits.
Bollocks.
Then again,
don't get shot by your teammates. And
don't die is also a viable strategy. As we continue the confetti parade and the ticker tape celebration, and we move on to the podium,
tablecloth of
if it loads.
All that, yeah. This is literally the only loading screen in the game.
Yeah, it's the successful podium. Welcome to the successful podium of Crash Team Racing. I'm SW3 Ishida.
Yeah, I think that's a kimono he's wearing.
Mr. Kimono Man, what can you give us as further insight?
He's crying snow.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Your kills, my brother.
Something is our fault, but I don't know exactly what.
I'm sure many, many things are. It's like the sort of...
warming.
I think Komodo's just playing like the sort of passive-aggressive partner in relationship. Like, if you don't know what you've done wrong, I'm not going to tell you.
Good parental skills.
You sound so fascinated and interested.
I'm trying to think of how to be interesting. You know, all 400 and odd videos on my channel, and I'm finally running short of ideas.
That's it, he's finally been broken by a game. It was by a Komodo dragon in a go-kart.
I prefer to be broken by a Komodo dragon than a fucking robot on wheels. With an axe attached, or any form of offensive weaponry.
Introducing the Walkabout add-on.
Or the Hoverbot add-on.
Just the anything but wheels add-on.
Jesus Christ, this is a fucking mental arena.
Well, that is what you said of engine before.
Oh shit, I said arena again. I meant not arena, the opposite.
Course. Track, circuit.
Track, that's the one, all those words.
We require a thesaurus, apparently.
Yes, what's one of those? Is that a dinosaur?
Yes, clearly.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm terrible at this. Should we phone Barton again, like we did with Crash 2?
Can you come over and help us? Firstly, we need a better working name for a pseudonym, and then secondly, we need you to race for us.
We can always just tell him what, not what. What? We could just say like, oh, I need you for something, and then not tell him what it is until he shows up. To be honest, he's probably wanking. I'm playing Magic the Gathering tonight anyway, so or wanking to Magic the Gathering cards.
The two are interchangeable at this point, I think.
Yeah. Well, hey, if pieces of paper are more important than me on a Friday, well, I understand. Especially considering I'm away for all but like 12 weeks of the year. I don't know. Because, fortunately, Black Fox has not stalked me to Bangor yet. He probably doesn't know where Bangor is. He thinks it's next to MASH. And the big world that is the plate.
Either that or he thinks it's a brothel.
I did actually ask Siri to find me some hookers. Hang on, did I do that on... I think I did that on Twitch, actually. I don't know. I know I asked...
You got very drunk on Twitch. You did many, many things with Siri and yelled at Siri a lot. So...
Yeah, well, that's
and then went on an impassioned rant about how it was completely undeniable that Craig Charles should be the reboot Robot Wars host. And then 4 days later...
So that went well, didn't it? I am not going to win this. You might want to get a hot water bottle and a blanket, folks. And a tent. which is readily available in Manchester, even though nobody needs a fucking one. We've still got trespassers everywhere. This is actually like the tunnel that Rocket Racer goes down in Lego Races. Because he cheats as well. Did you just say goodbye barbecue?
I didn't hear that, but I'll just take your word for it.
Thank you. Damn it! We were so close.
We're getting closer.
There's like so many different songs called Closer that have run through my head now. There's Travis, Tegan and Sarah, Miroslav. Why do I keep making like references to things I don't know about?
Miroslav Klose's famous hit single, yes.
I still can't believe that Watford came from 13th to win the Premier League.
Yeah, what a stunning run that was. Even though you said earlier that Spurs won, so...
I've said a lot of bullshit. I'm just covering all bases.
I have to say a lot of bullshit. I'm an Aston Villa fan.
Can you believe that Manchester City won? Can you believe that Manchester United won? Can you believe that Everton won?
Can you believe that Sparta Prague won the Europa League?
Can you believe that I'm even naming teams that might be in the Premier League?
I'm not, because I've only mentioned Aston Villa. But
I know, first series. Fuck you.
Yeah, we're just going to dub that over with, yes, I completely agree. We are going to get relegated.
Let's just get you to like posthumous, not posthumous.
I'm not going to die.
I'm not don't commit suicide just because Aston Villa are relegated.
I'm not that dependent on football success.
No, as long as cricket still exists.
As long as cricket still exists and the Sydney Sixers don't find a way to get relegated from the league that there's no relegations, then I'll be fine.
Well, don't worry.
Can you believe that the Sydney Sixers won BBL 06?
Even if they get relegated, Aston Villa will still exist.
I know.
Just
hopefully.
Because you pointed that out to me in the first recording.
Yeah.
Okay, who else have I not said? I'm amazed that West Brom won. Burnley?
Not in the Premier League, but yeah.
Fulham?
No.
Notts County? Dagenham and Redbridge?
Can you believe that? Can you believe that Worldy Portsmouth went on to win the Premier League from League 2? Unbelievable scenes.
Don't you start the season in second, technically?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Did you hear what I just heard?
I think so.
Okay. That's genuinely just give me...
Uh-oh. And the fuse box goes off in 3, 2, 1.
Activate. No, deactivate.
Stop and deactivate electricity.
Yeah. Oh, can you believe that Stuart McDonald is now a retired circus performer?
What other crazy predictions can we muster up?
Oh, and Craig Charles was announced as the new host of Mock the Week as well.
Ah, yeah. That's a nice twist of fate.
A better male, she makes me wait. Yeah. It is. That would actually be quite cool to be fair. I think. Because it would you'd actually be able to understand him in half the rounds. Alright, well then now we can understand what I had to say. They've really thrown us in at the deep end, even though it's the final walkthrough, whatever. It's a really difficult race. Either that or... Well, no, it's just a really difficult race. I'm going to stick with that rather than I'm incompetent.
It makes you look marginally better.
It does. To be fair, I've not been doing that badly, it's just the AI is cheating.
And you tend to drive off edges a lot. Which usually ends up with you being caught behind by the wicket-keeper, but... I made a funny.
See, I knew I shouldn't risk that green thing because the barrel would have trampled me.
Yeah, maybe that's just the tactic. Just don't go for like the weapon baits.
Bollocks.
Then again,
Don't get shot by your teammates. And
don't die
fired
is also a
immediately
viable
into
strategy.
Bollocks. It was that was like a sick laugh. Then it was like that was like a wheezing laugh, rather than an Ekans or Arbok laugh. I was just naming other Pokemon that Team Rocket used.
I know. It's at least like the third time we've mentioned Pokemon in this session.
I only remember Nurse Joy, as everybody does, you know, wet dreams. And that policy of hers, ooh, big fat cuddly love. And
we're getting a very interesting insight into DevilboyScooby's bedroom habits, by the way, people.
This is what happens when I don't drink alcohol for an extended period of time.
Just go back to ranting about Craig Charles, at least it's safer.
I should just try to lose and then I might actually win.
Just
by some fluke.
Can you believe that Ireland won the Cricket World Cup?
No. Can you believe that Hillary Sanders won the Trumption? For fuck's sake. I knew that was going to happen, so why did I let myself...
Because we're not very good at this game.
I don't actually know about your competency, because...
Having not ever played the game before, I'm not going to make any kind of wild judgment. I'll stick to Formula 1 2002, which I'm also not very good at, but I'm better at it than this.
Revelations, part 32 of Let's Play Crash Team Racing. SW3 has never played the game that he's doggedly co-commentated with for this entire century. I'm glad at least we managed to keep the fucking crystal from Skull Rocks that took forever to find, or whatever it was.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Yeah. More than the Henry Hoover that haunts my nightmares.
I feel like we need to get you seen to, really, just so that some kind of psychiatrist can just note down all the things you think and then probably publish it for you to make the audiobook recording of.
I'm sorry, but if I get asked a question, do you have any phobias? And then I just say yes. They actually edited out. There was another good 5 seconds before they actually said anything. Because I was just sat there like, that was an easy question. Next one. And they're like, no, you have to elaborate. Oh.
Quick round one-word answers, go.
Yeah, well, if you want to answer a closed question, you'll get a closed answer. My mum taught
Expert journalism.
That as well. That's why my mum gets annoyed at sportscasters who are like, do you think this is possible? Yes.
Right. Yeah, there's a ex-Formula 1 driver, Mika Hakkinen. He's famous for doing that, basically. He'd get the longest, most complicated question, and he'd just pause and just answer, yes.
That would be hilarious.
It was.
I need to watch these now. And also because he's foreign, did he understand English very well? Or was it one of those sort of just nod along?
Generally F1 drivers are quite good at understanding English, because a lot of the time they have to race in England and in Europe in junior series anyway, because a lot of junior series are based in Britain, because logistically it's very easy to travel to all the other races.
Right.
So generally, by the time they get to F1, a lot of drivers know English.
And yet all the English drivers decide to live in San Marino. No, not San Marino. Where's the other one?
Monaco?
Yeah.
Well, Lewis Hamilton's in Switzerland with his hipster glasses and his mixtape. So.
And we finally won.
See, if we just channel Lewis Hamilton's bad fashion sense, we'll be fine. Maybe that's the tactic we've been missing out on this whole time.
That was an entire fucking part.
As we reel from that information, I'm SW3 Ishida.
I have been baffled by sporting talk.
And until next time, piss off.
Devil Scooby Boy, blah blah blah.